So even as 37 states in the U.S. recorded all-time high temperatures and wildfires in California rage on, what exactly is the Trump administration doing to douse all the concerns? Well, it is fueling fresh worries. On Thursday, the Donald Trump administration put forth a proposal to weaken one of former President Barack Obama's signature policies to combat global warming. Trump's plan aims to roll back a 2012 rule that required automakers to nearly double the fuel economy of passenger vehicles. The aim was to cut the nation's greenhouse gas emissions while reducing oil consumption. The withdrawal of the rule would mean doing away with requirements that automakers build cleaner, more fuel-efficient cars. The plan was made public through a statement titled, "Make Cars Great Again." It's not just environment and consumer groups, but auto industry representatives as well as individual states that are now up in arms against the Trump administration.
Well, the air quality around here hasn't been great, and it hasn't been great for a long time. I think that that's probably the opposite direction that we should be moving in. I think there should be more stringent regulations and not less.
I think it's really horrible because I feel like it doesn't not only affects. I feel like it affects everyone, I guess, in a way, because just by doing that, it's just going to make everything worse. And as we know, he doesn't believe in global warming or like that.
Because the proposal would revoke states' rights to set their own pollution standards, a group of 19 states, including California, announced their plans to sue the administration if it finalizes the rule. The Attorney General said he expected to focus on countering the claim that cleaner cars would lead to more crash fatalities. They argue that the U.S. has an obligation to protect the environment for future generations.
So what this means for California is that we're going to have increased pollution and we're going to have increased greenhouse gas emissions. And California has set very ambitious targets to reduce our carbon footprint. And ultimately, this stands in the way of meeting those goals and trying to prevent climate change. And again, there's the public health component. Because people are exposed to more auto emissions than they otherwise would have, you're going to see a degradation in California's air quality because of this decision. And not just in California, but those 12 other states in Washington, D.C., which follow our standards. That's about 118 million people, or 1/3 of the automotive market.
We intend to submit comments on what we believe is an egregious proposal that violates the law and is damaging to the interests of the people of this country when it comes to improving air quality. And we are prepared to do whatever it takes after the comment period should the administration continue to try to undermine existing clean car standards, to do everything to protect the national standards in place and certainly to protect California's waiver.
Now, the auto industry should be worried by this plan since many U.S. states have adopted California's emission rules, and together these states make up about 1/3 of the U.S. auto market. This week's publication of the proposed rule in the Federal Register marks a significant legal step in the process of weakening the Obama rule. The administration will next ask the public to formally submit comments before issuing a final version of the rule, most likely this year. Environmentalists plan to launch a campaign to generate public comments.